We could, everyone have a seat, please, and get this meeting started. Thank you all so much. I know we got a lot to celebrate tonight. We're ready to get to it. So thank you everyone for being here. It is March 12th, 2025 at 6:30. Calling the meeting to order at this time. I would ask that Councilman Guerrero lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we thank you for this opportunity as we assemble before you to conduct the business of the town. We thank you for those that are present and those that whom we serve, that the business will be conducted in pleasing in their sights. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. All right. All right. Well, again, welcome everybody for being here. Hope y'all have had a chance to be outside and enjoy some of this beautiful weather we're having. Up first, we've got the approval of minutes, the minutes from a public hearing of February 5th, minutes from the council workshop of February 5th, 2025, minutes from the special meeting February 12th, minutes from the council meeting of February 12th. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections, changes, subtractions, additions?
I didn't see any.
Okay, hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Minutes
Jerry's all right.
are approved. Do we have Councilman Ashmore with us?
Yes, we do.
Any comments, Councilman Ashmore?
No, sir, we're good to go. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Up first, we got a proclamation, Disabilities Awareness Month. Gallon, Mr. Comey, how are you doing? If you'd like to step down.
Sure.
How do you say your last name?
It's Stir Up Camo.
Camo, okay, well,
Yes.
I apologize, I totally butchered
Yeah,
that.
it's okay. And my first name is Galen.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Yes, sir. And we've
I'm
met
used-
many times at a bunch of events, and you do a great job with your program. If you, real quick, just kind of give us an update about the Beaufort County DSN and what you guys do, and then I'll read the proclamation here, and we'll.
Sure, sounds good. So I'm not a employee of Beaver County DSN. I am more so I'm part of their advisory board. I'm the chair of their advisory board now, officially. Anyway, so a lot of the stuff that when I've been sitting in, there's been a lot of newer services, enhanced services that DSN is wanting to offer to the individuals that they serve. They're having newer programs because there's a lot of demand for jobs, and with some assistance from some of their employees, people are able, the individuals that they serve are able to get these good jobs. Some of them are on Paris Island and the air station and paying better than I made when I first had a job like that. So it's really wonderful stuff that they've been up to. And I've personally worked in the field as well, from doing direct support, case management, and my parents taking people in who had disabilities while I was growing up. So they were like live-in individuals. And Beaver County DSN is one of the best organizations that I've seen, and y'all should be proud of them. Mayor, council members, town manager, and citizens. It's a wonderful organization filled with passionate employees and ones that don't really ever get enough credit for all of what they're doing, as well as just everyone who is receiving services is able to live more fulfilling and independent lives.
Absolutely.
Because of their service.
Great, well, thank you very much. I'm going to read this now into the record. I'll sign it. We'll come down and take a picture with you.
Sounds good.
So, a proclamation by the Town of Port Royal, 2025 Disabilities Awareness Month. Whereas more than 500,000 South Carolina residents and families are impacted by severe lifelong disabilities, including autism, head injuries, spinal cord injuries, intellectual disabilities, and related disabilities without regard to race, culture, geography, age, sex, or economic class. And whereas people with lifelong disabilities are productive citizens, neighbors, and family members deserving of respect and opportunities for economic self-sufficiency, independence, and personal growth. And whereas the South Carolina Department of Disabilities and Special Needs, the Town of Port Royal, and the County Disabilities and Special Needs Boards work with families to provide services that promote independence and inclusion. And whereas we owe a special debt of gratitude to the caregivers who selflessly provide physical, emotional, and spiritual support to our residents with disabilities and special needs. And whereas 2025 observance of Disability Awareness Month celebrates the successful partnership between people with and without disabilities, as well as the increasing involvement of people with disabilities in education, employment, and community activities. Now therefore, I, Kevin Phillips, Mayor of the Town of Port Royal, South Carolina, do hereby proclaim March 2025 as Disabilities Awareness Month in the Town of Port Royal, and encourage our citizens to work together to promote increased opportunities for people with disabilities, to recognize the many contributions made by people with disabilities to our community, and to honor the dedication of the caregivers who bring support and hope to their fellow citizens. Dated this 12th day of March, 2025, Kevin Phillips, Mayor. All right. All right, come now, take a picture with you. How about that?
Sounds great.
Thanks for being here. I always see it.
Should we grab his phone?
Ready? And 1, 2, 3. One more.
Looking good, Jared.
Good job. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Now we'll Photoshop Councilman Ashmore.
Don't thank all of them.
Absolutely, thank you.
We mean lifestyle.
I need one of those.
Okay. Up next, and we did this last time, and it's great to see it again, presentations. We got an oath for a new police officer, Mr. John Michael Roberts. Come on down. I know, that's great.
2 and 2. Woo!
Sir.
Did they bring us? They have their own this side?
We got a bottle of
We
blue.
have one.
It's right up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Got it. It's up there.
Tonight's kind of bittersweet for the police department. On a very happy note, we're swearing in another officer as he begins his hopefully very long law enforcement career. Right after this, it's kind of, well, good for one person, bad for the rest of us. We're going to say farewell to Captain Griffith after 35 years of law enforcement, all here at the town of Port Royal. So first of all, I'd like to introduce John Michael Roberts. He's our newest officer. Clap. He's a graduate of Northport High School in Southwest Florida, a 4-year veteran of the Marine Corps, second Marine we've sworn in a row. We love our Marines. And he's here tonight with his wife, Katerina. So right now we're going to give him his oath of office, and I'll put his badge on. His wife's feeling a little bit ill, so she wanted me to do it. If I could have somebody hold the Bible for him, though. You've another Marine?
Yeah, another Marine, absolutely.
He doesn't have to do burpees when he's done though. Still good for some burpees?
With left hand on the Bible and raise the right hand. I, John Michael Roberts,
I, John Michael Roberts,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties
to exercise the duties
of this office
of this office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will equally,
and that I will equally,
fairly,
fairly,
impartially,
impartially,
to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
and
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States,
and of the United States,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you ain't that sick. What? We got a couple more. All right.
And 1, 2, 3. One more.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes. I never miss an opportunity.
Anybody want to
And for his
Yes.
father-in-law.
And 1, 2, 3.
And the second part. Captain Griffith, want to come on up?
Chief, that was a fun thing, now you have to really.
I know, that was one I don't like. Captain Griffith is retiring the end of this month. I think your last day is March 28th.
Yes.
After 35 years with Port Royal Police Department. Not only is 35 years in law enforcement an amazing accomplishment, to do it all in one police department, one town, is unheard of and is amazing. And I think that shows his dedication and his love for this town and this community. He is the best. And 9 years on the job as a staff sergeant, Captain Griffith experienced something that no officer wants to, and it's normally the end of any officer's career, unfortunately. He was shot in the line of duty and sustained very, very serious injuries. Not only did he come back quickly, where a lot of officers would have taken a long time, and naturally so, he came back quickly and rose through the ranks and became a role model, trainer, a mentor to everybody, including me in my short time here. I watched Captain Griffith. I've seen how he runs the department, how he talked to people, how he led people, how they came up to him for advice. And I would frequently go to advice, to him for advice. He's very knowledgeable with the department. I hope to continue to get that advice from him. However, soon after he retires, he's leaving for a 6-month hike up in the Appalachians, or Appalachian Trail. So we told him he's got to take his phone and he's got to FaceTime us for all the meetings because we're going to keep tapping into all that knowledge. But go ahead, your family come on up here. Want to introduce your daughter?
Yeah, this is my daughter Sydney and her husband Dalton. Dalton's actually a deputy with the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office.
And their beautiful granddaughter.
And my grandbaby, Raylan.
On behalf of the city and the police department, I want to present you with this very nice statue. Port Royal Police Department number 302, which is the captain's call sign. Congratulations on your retirement, John H. Griffith, Captain. With great appreciation of your many years of dedication and commitment, June 20th, 1990 through March 28th, 2005. Thank you for going above and beyond, serving and protecting the citizens of Port Royal, South Carolina. Protect and serve. Congratulations. Sergeant Kirby had a couple things to give you also on behalf of the men and women of the department.
Congratulations. So, a bunch of us at the department got together and got you just a little token of our appreciation. It's just a simple pair of handcuffs, plated gold, and on one strand you have Captain John Griffith, on the other hand you have 1990 to 2025.
And the other thing that we got together on and got him was a small gold watch for all the time that he spent with us and hopefully all the time that he can remember us.
Sergeant John Hope. Sergeant McCall, I'm sorry, I'm glad you did it. You want to say anything?
If I can get through this, I'd just like to thank the town.
You got this, chief, come on, John.
Most importantly, all those officers back there. They're the most important part of this town, and don't forget it.
That's all.
All the officers, come on up here for a picture.
Slide
Yeah, everybody back up a little bit for more room.
We won't buy this.
Yeah, we'll get everybody.
Everyone do your absolute best to look right here, okay? We got a lot of people, I'm just gonna snap at you and we'll call it good, okay? All right. And 1, 2, 3. That's me. You lift it.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, one more, hold on.
Okay. All right. And 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all very much, and Captain John Griffin, that's quite a testament, 35 years. Couldn't have said it better myself. The men and women that keep the community safe are the most important part here. Couldn't do anything without them. So again, thank you for 35 years of service. That's pretty amazing. Right here in Port Royal, so we owe a lot to you. And to John Roberts, thanks for joining up. We really appreciate it, absolutely.
Cake. I think they got cake. Please bring. It's cake. Yes, they did. No.
They did.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
So what do we do?
Okay. Yeah, so I think we have some cake over there, so we're gonna take a little 5-minute break, grab some cake, as we do when we have the retirement parties, and we'll be right back. So everybody, hang out for 5 minutes, okay?
I did.
and kind of celebrate Police Captain John Griffith. So again, 35 years of service. That's amazing. That's amazing. And we just want to say thank you and celebrate him and his family. So up next on the agenda, we have a council briefing.
Yeah, just real quickly, just a reminder, we will be starting the resurfacing of 9th, 10th, and 11th, and we will be following that up with the speed humps in April. We could probably recirculate the map, kind of showing where those locations are. We've had some questions at the office recently, and we've kind of tried to allay those concerns to those folks. West Paris Avenue, we're still trying to resolve some of the utility conflicts with Beaufort Jasper, but we've got a meeting set up to discuss that Friday. So hopefully get those resolved. Sands Beach Causeway, obviously there is a lot of work going on down there. We do have the beach closed off, but apparently people are not reading the signs. So we are having to encourage them to leave the beach and park in the appropriate places. But the boardwalk is open, kind of a soft opening. We are going to schedule the ribbon cutting, but we figured if we're closing the beach, might as well get the boardwalk back open, kind of ease it back in. Get an opportunity to really go check it out and go up in the tower to see the work that those guys did. It looks fantastic.
I was going to ask about that rededication. How's that?
We're pulling it all together now. We just
Okay.
want to make sure we got the family.
Yeah,
there.
I gotta get
And
the
there's
families.
another little thing we're adding to the boardwalk, and we're waiting for that to be completed.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Let me see if there's anything else. And just real quickly, in the packet, and I don't know if Brooke brought this up last week, but it's the capital improvement program. There was a little bit of formality added to it with the letter that y'all received, and we're going to discuss that more formally with Beaufort Jasper, discussing kind of capital projects moving forward. And so we're kind of trying to align some of that work that we would anticipate on Rebo Road. So we've got some discussions about the community development block grants. I know Michael's been coordinating with some of their folks to see how those demographics work out, to see if we can at least get a portion of Rebo Road done adjacent to kind of the Casablanca area.
Okay.
And I know you want to touch on something a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I just want to, any update, Spanish Moss Trail?
No, it's, the bid is out. So no updates yet. I mean,
Okay.
I'm assuming they'll award it here shortly, but we have met the April deadline because we do have the easement in place. And so we're a go there. So that's exciting.
Okay. Yeah, and I just wanted to add some really good news. We did have a meeting with Safe Harbor yesterday, the town. A couple of their higher ups came in, as a part of our settlement agreement, we were required to have a meeting within 30 days. That was that meeting yesterday. So they had people come in from Charleston, had people come in from Columbia. We met with our attorneys, Brooke, town manager. We met for a few hours and really just started meeting with them. And it was a great meeting. We spent 2 hours kind of talking and giving direction to the attorneys about drafting the amendment that will be added to the development agreement that we'll be voting on. I can really tell you there's a real spirit of cooperation. They really are listening to us, working with us, and they're excited. I mean, they really want to get moving on this project. I got that sense. I mean, this is not long off part. I mean, I can tell you they still plan, and they mentioned to us that they plan on selling off the residential area, so they don't know what that's going to look like, but whoever buys that is bound by that settlement agreement. Again, having the Spanish Moss Trail through the property, no more than 15% of residential units can be rentals. So whoever does buy that, they indicated that within the next 30 days, they are trying to, they're going to work with a commercial broker and then let that broker that knows the area and is familiar with commercial properties around here, or large properties around here, facilitate that sale and you go through that process. So they are moving forward with selling off the residential. They want to get started on their marina as soon as possible. They will be here. They will have representatives here at our next meeting in April. They indicated they wanted to give an update. This was their words. They said, we want to be forward facing. We want to be public engaged. They've hired some new people that we're now dealing with, and they've been great. So I expect Safe Harbor to be here unless something changes at our April meeting to give us an update, to speak to the public. They said they might have some pictures for us to see. They're working on their master plan. But again, I thought it was a really positive meeting. Van, anything you want to add? You were there.
No, it was a truly positive meeting. I think one of the messages that we received very loudly and very clearly is that they want to be good stewards of the property, and they intend to be more publicly engaged with not only council but the citizens as well. And they intend to present that face very frequently to council to provide substantive updates on where they are in the process. And it's more of a partnership, in my opinion, now. And so I'm very pleased. And just for some clarification, because, you hear through, people don't really understand about the purchase of Safe Harbor. They were not, Safe Harbor's not going away. They were a portfolio page or a company under the umbrella of what was Sun Communities. And now they're under the umbrella of BlackRock.
Yeah.
But of course, they went from being a $2 billion company to a $5.65 billion company. So it's pretty substantial. To give you some idea of scale, Walgreens just sold for $10 billion, all of Walgreens. So that to give you an idea of the kind of the size and value of Safe Harbor. So they are still, it's the same personnel, it's the same company, the same board of directors. It's just a different capital partner, if you will. And they're finalizing that. It doesn't have any impact on the easement, doesn't have any impact on anything that was settled or resolved between the town and Safe Harbor.
Yep. No, and Van, you even said that after they left, I was kind of, just catching up with Van. Like, what'd you think of that? And I think you kind of mentioned, you like, kind of feels like they're working with us instead of just kind of telling us what they're going to do. So it was great. So just wanted to give that update. We did have a meeting, couple hours long meeting yesterday with Safe Harbor right there in that conference room. So they were in town, and it was great. So we're moving in the right direction, and we're just going to keep doing that. So again, expect them to be here in April. So we'll have some more to give you at their next council meeting. So, this time I've got public comments. And I do have let me real quick, anything else, Councilman Ashmore, anything council briefing for staff? All right.
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Sir, okay. Hearing none, I do have, looks over to speak to address on it. Okay, this is a non-agenda item meeting, so we'll wait till the end on that one. All right, up first, and we have first readings. First reading 2025-2 is an ordinance annexing to the town of Port Royal approximately 1.17 acres of real estate located in Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County Tax District 100, map 34, parcel 142, located at 799 Paris Island Gateway. We've spoken about this extensively. It was given unanimous approval by our planning commission. So this time I entertain a motion to approve 2025-2.
So moved. Second.
Any questions, comments, discussion? All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, up next, 2025-3, an ordinance to zone approximately 1.17 acres of real estate located at Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County Tax District 100, map 34, parcel 142 in Beaufort County, South Carolina, to be zoned as T4 Neighborhood Center. This is the same property. This just deals with the zoning of that property. Again, unanimous approval by the Planning Commission. We talked about it at a public hearing, workshop for a couple months now. So this time I entertain a motion to approve 2025-3.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Questions, discussions? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Up next, we've got second reading. Second readings is 2025-1. An ordinance to rezone approximately 0.37 acres of real estate described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 10, parcel 120H, located in Beaufort County, South Carolina, to be rezoned from T5 Main Street to T3 Suburban Neighborhood, better yet known as 1613 Madrid Avenue. This is a, applicant is downzoning this property to more of a single-family home neighborhood feel from T5 Main Street to T3 Suburban Neighborhood. It is in the middle of the neighborhood. I think that makes sense. It was again given unanimous approval by the Planning Commission. This time I'll entertain a motion that we approve 2025-1.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments, or discussions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, all right. Up next, council actions. We've got an appointment. Our Beaufort Jasper Housing Trust, very important organization here in town, intergovernmental organization working on affordable housing, as their name implies. We had a vacancy because the town of Port Royal has a seat on that board. We had one person apply for that, Ms. Christine Rogers Wright. Hopefully I'm saying that last name correct. She lives over on 2 Willis Way, Port Royal, South Carolina. She interviewed last week at our workshop. She was a very impressive resume. She really wants to be involved. She's worked on boards before. She moved here from the big city of Beaufort and we're happy to have her in the town of Port Royal. At this time, all those in favor of approving Christina Rogers Wright for the Beaufort Jasper Housing Trust? Say aye. Aye. All
Aye.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, Christina. Thank you so much. Up next, we have approval of the splash pad IGA with Beaufort County. We're really excited about that. We've talked about it extensively. Councilman Howard is here. Thank you so much for your help and work on this.
Chairperson.
Chairwoman, I apologize. Chairwoman Howard, yes. My apologies.
Not just our representative anymore.
I
he
know.
is the
My
chair.
apologies. Congratulations. Really excited and seeing a lot of great things coming out of county council, so thank you so much. This time I'll entertain a motion to approve the splash pad IGA with Beaufort County.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions, comments, discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sir. Next up, an approval of an MOU with the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation Kids in the Park program. This is something that was, Scott Clark talked to us about last week at the workshop. It's a great program. We're excited to help out in any way that we can. At this time, I'll entertain a motion that we approve the MOU with the Blue Ridge Parkway Foundation Kids in the Park program.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Any questions? All right, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Rock and roll, we're rolling through it. Up next, important dates. Friday, March 14th, 2025, Friends of Fort Fremont Oyster Roast. That's 2 days. Friends of Fort Fremont, it'll be a good time. Many of us will be there, so come on and check it out. The weather should be beautiful. That Saturday morning, we have the Radiance Run, Beaufort 5K and Walk to the Sands at 9 a.m., taking off at Live Oaks Park. Even if you're not doing the run, come out. It's a great group to organize. Just come out and support the people and have a good time. Wednesday, March 19th, Friends of the Cypress Wetlands Speaker Spotlight at 5:30 p.m. at Shell Ring. Those are packed out. I went to the last one and they were not lying. Get there early. I had to stand in the back of the room. And it was fascinating, everything I learned about alligators. I did not know really any of what the guy was telling me. He's a super smart guy. They're doing a great job with the speakers. And again, like I said, I would encourage you, when they say starts at 5:30, they mean it starts at 5:30. And if you don't get there early, you'll be standing. So I would encourage you to get there early. Those events are going great. Another event, Monday, March 24th, 2025, Planning Commission meeting here at 5:30 with the great Noah Krebs. Absolutely. Any other dates anyone would like to add?
The Parks Committee is meeting tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Parks Committee,
Yeah.
Sands Beach Park,
Sands Beach.
getting close to getting a name and finalizing all that, so absolutely, yeah. Any other dates anyone would like to add?
I have that.
Okay. All right, and always as a reminder to everyone out there, if you have an organization in Port Royal and it supports Port Royal and it's in Port Royal and you'd like us to promote it and help any way you can, please reach out to us. We have a newsletter, we have our social media accounts, and of course, we're always willing to promote it and talk about it here at council. So that's for all groups. At this time, we do have, speaking of that, it's a public comment. We're into the public comment phase. I've got one right here, but I'm gonna read something really quick. Maybe should have done it a minute ago. It's from Scott Clark. Kevin, I won't be able to attend the council meeting this evening, but I wanted to let the town know about something very exciting our organization is doing. The Friends are offering a $2,000 scholarship to all Beaufort County graduating seniors. The qualifications and requirements of the scholarships are: the student must be a Beaufort County resident, the student must have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0, the student is planning on attending a 2 to 4 year college or university and should have an acceptance letter from said institution by the time the Friends make the final decision. The student must submit 2 letters of recommendations from a teacher, guidance counselor, or community member with their application. The student must submit a 250 to 500 word essay explaining why cypress wetlands are beneficial to the environment and the ecosystem. AI-generated responses will not be accepted. The deadline for application submittals is April 21st, 2025. Students may contact their school guidance counselor to access the link to the online scholarship application. If anyone has additional questions, they may contact Miss Lovely Tricia Fidrick at education@foprcw.org. Thank you, Scott Clark, President, Friends of the Port Royal.
They're not offering it to all students.
No, we're not.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna just clarify.
One will be chosen.
Yeah, one will be chosen, just want to make sure.
One, okay, yeah. I thought that was entailed, okay, so one scholarship will
Yeah.
be chosen. But this is something good, if you know anyone interested, any student that's, really likes the Cypress Wetlands, something to have them reach out to the friends and get that essay submitted and, like I said, $2,000 can really help out if you're planning on going to school. So absolutely, it's a good thing. Thank you all very much to the Friends of the Cypress Wetlands. I do have another non-agenda from Miss Elkin Roselle, 17th Street. Yes, ma'am. Come on down. We do ask that you try and keep it within the 3-minute mark, but
I don't think I'll last that long.
we'll love to have you. Thank you for being here. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
My name is Elkin Rossell. I live at 802 17th Street, right on the Cypress Wetlands.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to just make a comment. I've been here since August of 2014, and I've made notes of what's happened in that time frame from then to here. We don't have any more quail. We don't have any wood ducks on the Cypress Wetlands, none whatsoever anymore. No more blue-winged teals, no more river otters, and we have very few marsh rabbits. And what's being mowed down? Tree seedlings, saplings, and many native plants, including flowers such as passion vine that support native species, i.e. for the resident and migrating butterflies, resident and migrating birds, moths, bats, bees, various beneficial insects, and snakes. With all of this mowing in Port Royal, there is much less habitat for our native snakes, lizards, frogs, anoles, turtles, and tortoises. For enriching biodiversity, let's provide walking paths through our parks and open areas and leave some wild land for native wildlife species to survive. What Port Royal has acquired, McMansions with no yard space. All of an open space park areas are now mowed down to the dirt for a manicured appearance, resulting in the loss of wildlife habitat, higher property taxes. If the median strip is removed from Paris Avenue, Port Royal will become a more congested, normal, ordinary town. Also, let's look at suggesting native species for yard spaces in the development of home sites. Let's promote a more amendable environment for our planet by planning and providing for its future by allowing biodiversity and native species to exist in Port Royal, which will then retain the far from ordinary connotation for which we are known. The reason I drafted up this is because recently there has been a huge display through the various news organizations about the loss of butterflies. And basically, that is because there's just too much pesticide, there's too much getting rid of everything that's a native species. We need to, for the future of your, I don't have children, but the future of your children, your grandchildren, let's be more conscious of being biodiversified.
Thank you, Ms. Roselle. Perfect, thank you. Thank you for your words, absolutely. I do see we have Chairwoman Howard here, if she would like to add anything from County Council.
Sure. I'd just like to let y'all know that the plastic survey that we were doing, we extended it to April 1st, and I can send it to, for your newsletter. And the reason we extended it, we had a great response from individuals, but we only had, as of, when it was supposed to end, at the end of, last month, we only had 83 businesses. And it's a separate survey for the businesses because they have different concerns, restaurants, places like that. So would really like for y'all to publicize it as much as you can. So as among the businesses particularly, and of course, individuals. Once we get the survey done, we're going to publicize what the results are, and then we'll meet, we had a subcommittee of people from Keep Beaufort Beautiful and Planning Department. We'll go out and meet with the different local governments to tell them about the results of the survey, get input, and also have some public meetings. So the ultimate goal is to either change or leave the ordinances as they are, but we need buy-in from, whatever we do, we need buy-in. As y'all know, the way the original ordinance was written, there was a loophole, and you can have thick plastic bags. So that was the initial thought, was to do something about that. And we thought, well, why don't we just do a survey on other things too? Charleston has done this, and Isle of Palms has done this. They've had surveys before they changed their ordinance. So we'll get a lot of public input. There's no goal of when we want to have the new ordinance done. We just want to get input. And we met Monday. Can't think of anything particularly to share, except we in the town of Hilton Head are jointly doing a resolution to build the new bridge that's needed, the one-way, we call it the Lifeline Bridge, was built in 1956. It's almost as old as me. So that's the one that will be replaced. So, and they agreed to it. So we'll take that forward to the state, and we won't have all the other stuff because there's no money to do it, but just the new bridge. So, okay, thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay. At this time, that was it for public comments. Council comments, anything from council? Councilman Ashmore, you got anything for us?
Yeah, I've got two things, and I thank you. And I just want to say again, like I said last week, I certainly do appreciate the outpouring of love and support as I've traveled through this journey, this health journey of mine here. The calls, the texts, the just encouraging words, the meals, the visits, the cards has been greatly received and much appreciated, and has aided in my healing. I can't wait to get back in the council chambers and see everybody in person. So thank you for that. Second thing is, Mayor, I'm going to ask you to turn around and look up at the seal and see if there's any significant date. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention this. Could you just read the date off, and let's celebrate that?
March 9th.
March 9th of what year?
1874.
And that's the date that we were incorporated as a community, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'd like to just offer up a round of applause to Port Royal and like to celebrate that. That's something right there to be proud of and to celebrate. That's all I have, and thank you for your time, and thanks for everybody being here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're with you, Jerry. Can't wait to have you back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Councilman Owens?
I think Jerry said it all, summed it up. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support.
Mayor Pro Tem?
You know, thanks for always coming out and being here and being a part and giving us your opinions, because it really helps us and making the right decision up here. We might not always agree, but, you know, we talk it out and we'll figure it out, and it'll always be in the best interest of our community. So thank you for what all the community does to help us, to help you. I think all the stuff going on Port Royal is awesome. I hate to see Captain Griffin go. I was here when he came after me. I was on the scene the night of his accident, and hate to see him leave, but I understand 35 years is a long time with one department, so 20. Yeah, wow. So Chief, you got some big shoes down there to fill. I think you're doing a good job at getting it done, and we're looking forward to all our new officers coming on, and I know that Councilman Guerrero will make sure we get a few more of those good officers. Right?
I'm telling you, we just gotta tell them to report to this building.
So thank you. Thank you for always being here and supporting us.
Councilman Guerrero?
Yeah, so, to Captain Griffin, I mean, and his family, to the community, really, every time somebody in the military retires, we warn the community that you got someone's running rampant without any supervision, all right? We don't know how to do it at the beginning. There's not like a training session you go to teach you how to retire. So God bless his family. We're gonna have to see him all the time because he's gonna want to be in everything. You know, and listening to him tonight, and how short of words he was, you know, it takes a lot to give that much. You know, and it goes to show that the men and women of his department are willing to express their admiration for him in a public forum, you know, telling him they love him, telling him, you know, they're gonna miss in public. It goes to show the caliber of police officer and first responder and citizen that lives in this community, and it's a testament to all of us doing this together. Chief, again, your engagement with the community at all is proven to bring a level of confidence that this community deserves for some time. And we appreciate that. Speaking with Gary McCullough this morning, just kind of out of circumstance, I said, man, if I could have been a fly on that wall to see both of you and the vision that both of you have rowing in the same direction would have been awesome to be a part of, just to experience that. So other than that, again, man, we lose one, we gain one. It's like we wash it out, but we don't, because we end up on top because Griff's still going to be here. You know, and he moves into an advisory role. That's really what happens in these retirements. We don't go far, or I wouldn't be ordering Marines to report to this building, report to 700 Paris Avenue, and they're like, what am I doing there? Just show up with a suit and tie. They show up and we swear another one in. So we're gonna keep. I think we broke the code. I think we're good, Chief. So yeah, man, thanks for letting me just say that. Jerry, I miss you, buddy. I love you, and I hope you enjoyed.
Love you too, brother.
I hope you enjoyed the tacos, man.
Can't wait.
They were delicious. Thank you.
All right, yeah, again, just thank you all for being here. You see, we got a lot of great things going on planned for this year. Really excited about 2025. And, you know, as Jerry said, I mean, I think we're the best looking 151-year-old I know. So we'll just keep that going. At this time, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jerry.
Thank y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Jerry.
See you guys.